When I was 7, a close family friend, Nancy, had been diagnosed with ovarian cancer. I didn't really know what cancer was, and I certainly didn't know she could die from it. All I knew was Nancy was sick and that I wanted to show support for her. So I took some bead kits I got for Christmas and began to make bracelets and sell them for $5 a piece at the Relay for Life, where I walked with Nancy's team, the Turtle Herd. Nancy loved sea turtles. She was a deep-sea diver and admired them because they had to overcome so many obstacles just to survive. They had to adapt over time to changing conditions, and they lived very long lives. They were slow but steady, and Nancy thought that slow and steady won the race. For this reason, I attached a small sea turtle charm to each bracelet I made in her honor. I made 100 bracelets with the goal of selling them all and headed out. As the participants circled the track, I shouted at the same people each lap, yelling, "Get your bracelets," waving my glittery homemade sign. It didn't occur to me that they were the same people passing me over and over. I was just so enthusiastic about selling my jewelry, and after several laps of passing me, people bought them out of sheer guilt. It was an effective approach considering that I was a little girl, and I persistently called out to everyone like a money-hungry flea market vendor. At the end of the day, I sold 96 bracelets, totaling $480. I was so tired, but I was so proud of what I had accomplished. Little did I know that it would spark what has become a full-fledged business and project that would take me to new places and teach me so many new things. Each year, I made a bigger goal and made more jewelry. I added a few things and tweaked some of my items and looked for new ways to sell them and new ways to reach more customers. I asked store managers if I could set up outside on a busy weekend. I went to festivals and even hosted jewelry parties for people to come and preview and purchase my things. I had to produce more because my sales were increasing, so I appealed to my family, friends, including Nancy and her family, to help me make more jewelry. I began organizing multiple events throughout the year with lots of helpers. By this time, I knew a lot more about cancer. My Uncle John was suffering from an untreatable liver cancer, and my Aunt Claire had breast cancer. Many people we knew of were also had cancer of some sort or a family member with cancer. It was everywhere. In 2010, I lost both Nancy and my Uncle John just 5 months apart, and it made me want to do even more. My motivation skyrocketed. I examined my goals and realized that with the right organization and structure, I could produce a lot more. I had already done the hard stuff like getting a business license, becoming a charity, and figuring out how to sell the merchandise. I began to organize more frequent work parties, which are now weekly, to produce what I need and brainstorm for new ideas. What started out as a gesture of support and friendship had taken on a life of its own and become a legitimate business. I built up my website, started an Etsy store, and promoted my products every chance I had. I realized that not only could I help fund cancer research with my project, but that I could actually help kids start a project of their own by recording the steps I had taken to get where I was. I started to get a good amount of media attention after receiving an award from my town's local paper. This generated thousands of people coming to my website and purchasing thousands and thousands of dollars of my products. Complete strangers were sending me notes of appreciation and huge boxes of beads, buttons, and jewelry-making supplies. My Uncle John and Nancy were different ages, but their birthdays were just days apart, and every October I host a huge work party to celebrate their memories. We even have cake and sing happy birthday. Many of Nancy's friends come, and her 2 grown daughters and their small kids blow the candles out on her cake. There are days that I never want to see another bracelet or do another craft fair or sort another bag of buttons, but they're fleeting. I work hard to balance my project and my social life, and sometimes it's tiring, but I have a lot of support from my friends and family. I continue to recruit volunteers, develop new products, market everywhere I can to get new sales opportunities, and raise as much money for cancer research as I can. In order to be successful in your own business venture, you need to find something you care about and want to change. You need to find what you're skilled at, develop an idea utilizing those skills, and run with it. Set goals like what you want to accomplish and how much time you want to commit. One of the challenges you might face is not having enough help to produce or to accomplish the goals you set. Another thing you might have to overcome is rejection. I've been rejected countless times by organizations when approaching them to carry my products because they get a lot of solicitors. You're just another salesman to them. You need to stand out and get their attention in a unique way in order to help them, in order to work with them. Over the years, hundreds of my family members and friends have contributed numerous hours to help with my project. People I don't even know offer to help, and cultivating and keeping that volunteer base strong is an ongoing effort. My goal is to raise $100,000 for cancer research and possibly expand my business to give to other organizations and hospitals like Seattle Cancer Care Alliance and Seattle's Children's Hospital. I want to learn more about the business world because it's a possible major of study that I'd like to attain in a university. I recently looked into becoming a 501c3 to be a registered nonprofit organization so people could make a tax-deductible donation. In the beginning, I made all of my bracelets in a short period of time. Now I make approximately 100 bracelets a week, and I hope to have enough help to make 200. I currently have 9 products, including 3 bracelet styles, 3 necklace styles, 2 keychains, or 1 keychain, and 2 Christmas ornaments. Because of Jewels of Hope, I have made countless friends, many that will last a lifetime, and opportunities to learn more about the research is done thanks to Dr. Swisher and her team at the UW. I've sat in on surgeries, been recognized with the prestigious Jefferson Awards, and met dignitaries like CIA Chief and 4-star General David Petraeus. I've had media attention and been on national television, but what tops it all is when someone comes to my sale that has cancer, who has had a family member that has cancer, and thanks me from the bottom of their heart with tears in their eyes. There's nothing in the world like that. It's amazingly humbling because all I'm doing is something that I enjoy and I hope will help inspire others in some way. When I present my annual check to the UW, I feel like a rock star, and I have fun trying to come up with new ways to present the money. I recently completed my book outline that will teach kids how to start and manage their own programs, whether they're making a product or selling a service. It covers everything from setting up your business, choosing what to do, sell, or make, how to market, and how to grow and expand. My goal now is to have it published and for it to be an inspiration to kids everywhere who have it in their heart to do something for a cause they love and to save them time and trouble that it takes to figure all this out. In the past 8 years, I have learned so much and have met so many incredible new people. I have a strong group of family and friends who support me and my project wholeheartedly. I have learned that cancer affects more than the person diagnosed and indirectly affects the people across the world. Not only has the cancer in my family changed my life and how I talk and act towards people, but the actions I have made have most likely changed others' lives as well. Who knows how many people may be motivated by my sales? How many people are changed by my achievements? How many people will follow my path and donate their money and time to cancer research, or even just buy my product to support the cause? If you told me 8 years ago that I would be up here today talking at a TEDx conference, I wouldn't believe you. If you told me that I would raise almost $50,000, I wouldn't believe you. If you told me that I would be furthering the research of cancer treatment, I certainly wouldn't believe that, but I am. And you could be pursuing a meaningful project of your own, and I hope you're inspired to take that path.